I'm not a Christian anymore. I read the Bible every day. I live by Yeshua's life. I live by Jehovah's word, but I'm not a Christian. If I had to have a label, it would be follower of Christ, but I don't want to be associated with Christian in that group of people in our modern time. Because Christians are tied to so many false truths. Most Christians go to church on Sunday, the first day of the week, and some of them even say, but that's Sabbath, right? The Sabbath, it's the 7th day of the week, of whatever calendar we're on. It's not about a specific day based on the moon or anything like that. It's just the 7th day. It's a reflection of when God created the universe. He rested on the 7th day. We reflect that. Christians will sit there and judge people, and then they'll say to people that are following the Bible, "You're judging other people." But they judge self-righteously. We judge with righteous judgment. We judge based on the word, which means if someone is transgressing the law, which means they're sinning, and the law is the 10 Commandments. It's not the sacrificial law, which was the 613 rules of the old law. It's actually the right thing to do, to judge based on the commandments. But Christians will sit there and say, oh, that person drinks a lot. Oh, that person, you shouldn't be... Da, da, da. Unless it lines up with the commandments and transgressing those, you can't be just saying whatever you think seems wrong. And we wonder why people walk away from the church, why they walk away from God, because of Christians' sake. I'm sorry if you've been lied to by these people. I'm sorry if you've been hurt. And this is so heartbreaking because, I've seen people in my personal life walk away because the world seems more inviting, more accepting. And, that it is a difficult thing because there are things in the Word that don't align with God's purpose for us. But, everyone is God knocks on every single person's heart. It's up to you whether you open the door. And you're going to have to leave some baggage at the door. You can't bring everything with you. And we're born into sin. So there are things that you're going to have to leave behind. And that's not easy. But as you obey God, He will give you more and more strength and more conviction to turn away from your sin. But yeah, Christians, I don't want to say all of them because you should never lump everyone together, but a lot of them are very nice on the surface because that's how they think they need to be, and they're very nice, but secretly, if you give them the truth, like what I and my brothers and sisters are doing, they will turn on you. They might have been the nicest person for the last 50 years, and you say, "Oh, do you keep the commandments? You need to keep the commandments," and they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" They just flip on you, and you see the teeth come out. You see the truth of them in their hearts. Don't always trust a nice face, and that even includes me. Like, I've always been nice because I've always thought I had to be good, and it means you become false. You won't tell the truth because you're afraid of hurting people's feelings, of what people will think of you. Now I'm going to tell the truth, and I don't care what happens. I'm staying on the path as a servant of Jehovah. I'm not This is difficult. It's very difficult. I've just had to talk to family, and they don't hear, and it's like you have to play nice, and I don't want to play nice. I want to be real, and that's going to get to a point, some sooner than later, but where they don't want to be around me and talk to me. And same for me, really. I get so frustrated, like, why can't you see the simple truth? Like, all I've said is, we need to keep the commandments. It says in the word, if you love me, keep my commandments. I didn't make that up. That is in your Bible, which you claim to believe. You claim to believe the God of the Bible, so why are you fighting against that? But it's just prophecy. Unless you take the log out of your eye, unless you stop doing the traditions of men, the ways of the heathen, that is Christmas and Easter. I don't care if you say, oh, but that's Jesus' birth. Guess what? No, it's not. We don't know Yeshua's birthday. We don't have the restored calendar. He never once said in the Bible, celebrate my birthday every year, and it's December 25. No, go and Google this. Go and Google December 25, I don't know what you'd say, like, deities with the birthday of December 25. It's time to start waking up. A lot of you Christians know that we're in the end times, so why don't you read and understand prophecy? It's more loving to tell someone that they're doing something stupid and then they do it anyway and get hurt than to just say, you do you, and watch them get injured without warning them. Yeah, it's their decision in the end. That's not your problem. But you have to let them know of the truth, and you have to let them know when they're transgressing the law. And yes, it's not easy. But what a price to pay for being one of God's children. It means so much more when you actually follow the word than just thinking, oh, I believe and I'm saved. And it's not like it's it's such a vain thing when you say that. And people, fuck. The word is so clear, but you're blind and you're deaf. I don't even know what my point was for this video now, but stop making it about you. It's not about you. You aren't that special. Yes, we're all special because we were all created, but you aren't a god. You aren't your own god. You aren't the freaking main character. Stop listening to the world. Don't you know you can't follow the world and follow God? You have only one master. You are choosing your master if you continue in the ways of the world and you deny God, even though you claim to obey. All you do is claim salvation for yourself unduly. You really need to stop celebrating Christmas this year, and Easter, and Halloween, all these traditions, and Hanukkah, and like all the biblical feasts as well. We aren't in our inheritance yet. We can't do them yet. We're not there yet. You can't just do it because you feel like you should. It's not all about feelings, that's the problem. Faith isn't feelings.